The workplace is capable of posing some challenges that are unavoidable and that you cannot control. One of it is having a boss that is difficult to deal with. Having a superior that makes everything tense, that makes the atmosphere tense. And one thing you have to do if you are in such situation is to find a way to manage it. If the entire organization is nice, if let's say the pay is good and everything is fine, but you just have one boss that is difficult to deal with, you cannot because of this one individual and quit the job. So the best thing you still have to do is to find a way to manage it, like to have a way to curtail the situation without you having to leave the organization. So you both are colleagues, even though it's your superior, you both are colleagues and you have to coexist. So, and if you had a boss that is difficult and uptight in an organization you leave, what if you get to another organization and you find a boss that is also difficult and does not get, like, you don't get along with them easily. So definitely it is better you learn how to manage difficult boss than leaving organizations because your boss is difficult. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the strategies of managing, these tips and strategies for managing a difficult boss. Thank you for visiting Log TV channel. Kindly watch this video to the end, like, comment and subscribe and turn the notification on so that when we upload more amazing videos like this, you can see them in real time. The first thing to do if you're working with a difficult boss is to analyze the situation objectively. Take away your sentiment, take away your emotion, take away the fact that you are the one that is at the receiving end of it. Analyze the situation objectively. What could have led to this thing? Is it a personality clash between you and the boss? Is it your or his communication style? Is it the organization work ethic? Is it the atmosphere? Is it stress? Understand this thing. Understand what is causing the problem before, and if it is something from your own end as well, you need to understand it and be very factual about what could have been causing this problem. Of course, you need to understand your boss perspective. The fact that he's a manager means there's a lot of things that could be going on. It could be his personality to be that wicked. It could be the environment that makes him that person, that makes him that problematic individual. It could be due to stress, and it could be from backlash from the management. Being a manager is responsible for some people out up there, and if they are giving him tough time on some things, he will be passing the aggression over to you, his subordinate. And this thing, you need to dig deep and understand which of these is the problem so that you will know the appropriate way to respond to it. The third thing is to reflect on your own behavior. Be honest about yourself. Are you doing what you're meant to do? Do you have a way of doing things that makes things complicated or that got the relationship bad? Or there's some things you're doing that he does not like or that doesn't align with his own value? These are things you need to understand. Or is there any unreconcilable differences between you guys? You need to know this and be honest about you yourself. So be able to, if you're able to see that okay, there's some things you're doing that is causing him to be problematic, you need to stop doing them. If there's some things you're expected to be doing, you need to start doing them. Understanding things, the fault that might come from your own end is very central to dealing with a difficult boss. Learn to manage your reaction effectively. Things can escalate very very rapidly if you're unable to manage your own emotion. Understand the problem, study the pattern of its occurrence, and manage your response. Manage the way in which you respond to it. If something happened the first time, you respond to it one way and it led to issues. Next time when such incident is going to happen, respond to it in another way. So documenting this pattern will help you to understand how your boss expects you to respond to something and how they expect you not to respond to something, because that could be the genesis of the whole issue. Communication is the lifeline of any organization. Learn to communicate effectively. Your job expectation, your deliverable, listen actively, communicate effectively, and pay attention to details. For a lot of some problems in the organization arises from break in communication, from inability to pay attention to details. And once you're able to solve this, it is possible that is where the problem is coming from. And if you're able to manage it, you will be able to resolve the problem completely. Focus on solution. Some managers Some managers being difficult is not due to anything, but because of the fact that they want you to be uptight, they want you to go extra mile in doing things. If you like the organization and you think it's an ideal environment for you, aside from the fact that the boss is difficult, seek for solution, go extra mile, like think outside the box to solve problem, assume, like take responsibility, put yourself in position of a leader even if you don't have a title, by being up and doing. Seek support. Of course, you cannot continue keeping things that way in as much as you have been able to manage your own emotion and responses perfectly, and you have managed to communicate effectively about how you feel about the whole thing, about your line of duty, about everything. You have been communicating effectively. If the problem persists, you might need to seek support or solution. So how do you do this? By talking to the HR, by talking to mentors and people around that could probably help you to navigate that situation. Maybe there is a certain expectation that you didn't get to know about this manager you're talking about. Talking to people you can trust within the organization will help you to understand maybe there's something that is expected of you that you're not doing. So, and if the situation persists, you might need to talk to HR. HR might probably, it might not, you might not have to leave the organization. HR might probably have a way to manage it, either through transfer, through redeployment to another unit, or that. That could be a solution to it as well. But ensure that before going to this, to the extent of this, ensure that you have done everything you're meant to do, because that place you're going, even if you have to leave, that place you are leaving to, you don't know what you're going to meet there as well. And that is why you should try as much as possible to have explored all these first options that, like all these previous options that I've mentioned, before going to report to the before going to inform the HR. The last but not the least is to consider leaving. A bad boss can do a lot of damages to yourself, but make sure this is the last thing you have to resort into, because that place you're going, you don't know what is going to be there as well. So be sure you have done everything you can do to salvage the relationship, and if it does not work, you might need to start thinking about how to leave, because it is better. Your mental health is more important, your well-being is more important than whatever job you're doing. But ensure that you have tried every other possible method before coming to leaving. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video content and you want to see more amazing video content like this, kindly subscribe to this channel and turn the notification on so that you can know when we upload in real time, when we upload more video content like this.